Vice President Kamala Harris to push back on China's South China Sea claims during Asia trip. Vietnam welcomes proposal to elevate ASEAN-China relationship. July industrial production hit hard by pandemic. Japanese police identify Vietnamese man killed in Osaka. Vietnam's army team arrives in Russia for International Army Games. Hello, this is FBNC News and we have gone through another week together. And you're watching the latest news from Vietnam. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris will focus on defending international rules in the South China Sea, strengthening U.S. regional leadership, and expanding security cooperation during her trip to Vietnam and Singapore this month, a senior White House official told Reuters. Harris will be the first U.S. Vice President to visit Vietnam as Washington seeks to bolster international support to counter China's growing global influence. The U.S. official said Washington saw both countries as critical partners given their locations, the size of their economies, trade ties, and security partnerships on issues such as the South China Sea, which China claims almost in its entirety. Vietnam has been a vocal opponent of China's South China Sea claims. Countries in the region largely welcomes the U.S. military presence there in the face of China's militarization on the waterway and its vast coast guard and fishing fleet. The U.S. Navy has maintained a steady pattern of freedom of navigation operations in the South China Sea and near Taiwan, but these appear to have done little to discourage Beijing. Harris' trip will follow one by Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin last week to Hanoi, where he sought to nudge forward, steadily deepening security ties. Last month, Washington shipped 3 million doses of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine to Vietnam, bringing total donations to Hanoi to 5 million. Harris is due to Singapore on August 22nd. She arrives in Vietnam on August 24th and departs on August 26th. Vietnam welcomes a proposal to upgrade the ASEAN-China relationship, Foreign Minister Bùi Thanh Sơn said at the ASEAN-China Foreign Ministers meeting held via video conference on August 3rd as part of the 54th ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting and related meetings. In his remarks at the event, Minister Sơn suggested that the two sides work to fully tap the great potential of bilateral cooperation, promote economic collaboration, facilitate trade and investment, and bolster investment in infrastructure development in the region and within sub-region cooperation frameworks, including the Mekong-Lan-Chang cooperation. He expressed a hope that China will continue to provide COVID-19 vaccines to ASEAN countries and help them improve medical response capacity. The Vietnamese Foreign Minister underlined the need for all parties to show goodwill in cooperation, take responsible actions, and work together for a sea of peace, stability, security, safety, and environmental protection. All parties should uphold the rule of law and settle disputes and differences through peaceful measures, he stressed, affirming that Vietnam is committed to working with other ASEAN countries and China to continue to fully and effectively implement the Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the EC. At the meeting, ASEAN and China agreed to continue to give priority to coordination in effectively controlling COVID-19 and mutual support in sustainable recovery. China expressed its support of the ASEAN's role in encouraging dialogue and reconciliation in Myanmar and in helping Myanmar seek solutions to stabilize the country's situation. Both sides agreed to work closely to organize a summit commemorating the 30th anniversary of the ASEAN-China relations. Following the event, Myanmar will officially take up the role as the coordinator of the ASEAN-China relations in 2021-2024 period. Now, Vietnam will slash the duration of mandatory quarantine for foreign visitors from 2 weeks to just 7 days. the Health Ministry said on Wednesday as the country battles its biggest COVID-19 outbreak. The country's borders are closed to all visitors apart from returning Vietnamese citizens, foreign experts, investors and diplomats, all of whom were subject to 14 days of quarantine at centrally managed facilities. Foreign visitors who have been fully vaccinated and tested negative for COVID-19 would be permitted to quarantine for 7 days. Visitors will also be subject to a further 7 days of medical surveillance. The decision comes after calls from European and American business leaders in Vietnam earlier this year to ease the regulations to facilitate the operations of foreign investors and experts. Vietnam has reported a total of nearly 180,000 COVID-19 cases and more than 2,300 deaths, most of which were recorded over the past month in Ho Chi Minh City. The business hub and all of Vietnam's southern provinces and cities are under strict lockdown, along with capital Hanoi. Centralized quarantine facilities across the country have been working at full capacity, and the government said last week it has switching its focus to treatment to limit the number of deaths in Ho Chi Minh City. In Ho Chi Minh City, the country's current largest COVID-19 hotspot, is estimated to need 5.5 million doses of vaccine in August, according to the Municipal People's Committee proposal on vaccine distribution. Local authorities aim to inoculate all people of 18 years old and over in the city, which stands at about 7 million. Some 4.5 million people in the southern hub are waiting to get the first shot this month. The city has set up 1,200 vaccination units, which can administer up to 300,000 doses of vaccine per day. As of August 2nd, the City Center for Disease Control had received more than 2.5 million doses, including over 1.87 million AstraZeneca and 570,000 Moderna vaccines. If the vaccine supply and progress are ensured, the vaccination rate for people aged 18 and over may hit 70 to 80% by the end of August, Vice Secretary of the Municipal Party Organization Phan Văn Mãi said during a meeting on COVID-19 prevention and control efforts in the city. To date, about 1.95 million people in Ho Chi Minh City have received the first COVID-19 vaccine shot, and some 70,000 people have been fully vaccinated. Industrial activities have continued bearing the brunt of the COVID-19 pandemic, resulting in mere growth rates of 1.8% month-on-month and 2.2% year-on-year in the July index of industrial production, the slowest pace in 7 months. In July, the mining industry contracted 8% from a year earlier, while processing and manufacturing expanded 2.9%. Electricity production and distribution up 6.7%, water supply waste and wastewater management and treatment up 4.4%. The Ministry of Industry and Trade reported. Many sectors witnessed declines in their production indexes during the first 7 months of this year, including the crude oil and natural gas exploitation, down 10.4%, hard and lignite coal mining, down 2.9%, machinery and equipment repair, maintenance and installation, down 1.1%. The police in Japan's Osaka prefecture on August 3rd confirmed the identity of a young Vietnamese man who was killed in the prefecture a day earlier. In a document sent to the Vietnamese Consulate General in Osaka, the police identified the victim as TTA-22, holding the passport number C6798205. He was assaulted and pushed into the river at 8:20 p.m. on August 2nd in the pedestrian area near Ebisu Bridge in Chuo District, Osaka City. Though the rescue team rushed him to hospital, he died at 9:21 p.m. the same day. The Vietnamese Consulate General in Osaka said it had worked with the Japanese Foreign Ministry and the Osaka police, requesting prompt investigation to soon bring the criminal to justice. The Consulate General will also work closely with Japanese agencies and Vietnamese associations in Kansai region to collect more information and conduct timely and necessary citizen protection measures. According to the Consulate General, a video believed to be recorded by a Vietnamese was posted on social networks on August 2nd, which showed the young man was assaulted and pushed into the river. The Consulate General had contacted the person who was believed to record and upload the video to a fan page on Facebook. However, the person denied being the recorder and claimed that he only uploaded the video to attract views. Initial information revealed that the victim was a student who had completed a Japanese language course at a school under the ASEAN International Academy and was applying for a temporary visa to stay in Japan. UK lifeboats rescued several groups of migrants attempting to enter Britain on Wednesday, August 4th, pulling them ashore at a station to the west of the port of Dover. Two groups of migrants were seen by Reuters at the lifeboat station on Wednesday afternoon. Members of one group said they were from Iran and Afghanistan and had fled because of religious persecution. A separate group included those from Vietnam and Eritrea. Thousands of migrants each year attempt the dangerous sea crossing from France to the coast of Britain, often paying human smugglers to help them through one of the world's busiest shipping lanes in overloaded rubber dinghies. On Tuesday, August 3rd, UK authorities dealt with 281 people making the crossing, the Home Office said in a statement. A delegation of the Vietnam People's Army arrived in Moscow, Russia on August 3rd to compete in the 2021 International Army Games to be held later this month. The Vietnamese team comprises nearly 200 officers and soldiers. It will join various events including Tank Biathlon, Safe Route, Sea Cup, True Friend, Sniper Frontier, Gunsmith Master, Masters of Artillery Fire, Clear Sky, Safe Environment, Military Medical Relay Race, and Field Kitchen. Participants of the True Friend category will travel to Algeria for the competition. The 2021 International Army Games will kick off on August 22nd across 12 host countries and territories. A total of 277 teams from more than 40 countries and territories are expected to compete in 36 categories this year. This is the fourth time Vietnam has participated in the competition. It also marks the first time the country has hosted sniper and rescue events of the Games. The Vietnam People's Navy has also sent a fleet to take part in the Sea Cup event for the first time. All of the team members have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19 and test negative with the virus. On August 5th at Lê Thành Apartment, Tân Tạo Ward, Bình Tân District, Ho Chi Minh City, the Ho Chi Minh City Union Business Association coordinated with the City Parties Committee, Civil Affairs Department, and other units organized the launching ceremony of an emergency support program to provide financial help to people in difficult circumstances caused by the pandemic. Implementing the conclusion notice number 121 on July 27, 2021 of the City Party Committee on assigning Huba to act as the focal point to perform a number of urgent tasks to fulfill the dual goals, in which protecting people's health and taking care of the poor are the most critical missions. Phúc Corporation was assigned to mobilize gifts, including food and essential goods for the poor and people in the lockdown area. Immediately after receiving the call made by the association, Phúc Corporation quickly donated 10,000 gifts worth 3 billion Vietnam dong out of a total of 37,000 essential gifts to promptly give people who are facing difficulties caused by the pandemic.
Phúc Corporation đã rất là vinh dự được trao tặng cho thành phố là 20 tỷ đồng cho cái việc và cùng với thành phố ứng phó với các cái dịch bệnh và cung ứng các cái thiết bị, tăng cường các cái thiết bị y tế, trang thiết bị y tế cho các cái bệnh viện tuyến đầu. Chúng tôi tin tưởng rằng sẽ đóng góp được một phần trách nhiệm xã hội, cộng tác cùng với chính quyền cũng như là các hiệp hội để đóng góp một cái phần công sức của mình vào trong cái sự phát triển chung của thành phố.
Mr. Phan Văn Mãi, member of the Party Central Committee, Standing Deputy Secretary of the Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee, also presented at the event.
Sự đồng hành này thì chương trình chúng ta sẽ thực hiện chăm lo tốt hơn. Trong thời gian sắp tới, có thể nó sẽ còn kéo dài, nhu cầu của người dân có khi sẽ còn lớn hơn. Thì rất mong là hiệp hội cũng như Phúc Khang sẽ tiếp tục đồng hành để kịp thời chia sẻ với bà con của thành phố những người khó khăn và những sự giúp đỡ của mình.
This is just one of the activities besides the 20 million support packages that Phúc Corporation will deploy to help Ho Chi Minh City fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. With the philosophy, Sustainable development must start from responsible development. Phúc Khang commits to continuously joining hands with the city to support people and leave no one behind in difficult times. Now that has wrapped up FBNC News this week. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again next time. Goodbye.